on Elite, okay? So here's how it works now. The agent, which is you, refers a patient to CFN. Same as before, pretty straightforward. Patient enters their information into CFN, same as before. Now, if you'll notice, there's a block missing. The agent does not follow up with the patient. The agent does not buy a kit for the patient. In fact, we immediately have the patient scheduled with a teledoc location with one of the physicians. They receive the kit directly from them. You do not have to buy the kit up front, okay? And we will be able to move you guys all onto a 15 to 30 day cycle of payments. That means you will get paid on fixed dates going forward. You don't have to wait a variable 20 to 60 days. We're actually going to announce a very specific payment schedule. You're going to get paid immediately. But here's something else that happens that's a lot of fun. So our idea was to eliminate some of the costs and some of the compliance things. So we essentially removed the cost of the kit from you guys and we moved it to the back end where we said the cost of kit and the cost of administration, which, as you'll notice, you no longer follow up with the patient. You no longer do any of the interaction with them. There's actually trained patient intake specialists that who do all of that. All of those costs get deducted from your earnings, from the fees that you earn at the end of the cycle. That means you have zero costs up front, but it gets a little bit better. One of the things that we can do for our elite members, if you'll remember what we'd announced before, was that elite members got a discount on the kits that they purchased. Well, now we're able to kind of flip that around and make it even better. Because you don't have a cost of kit up front, we're actually able to reimburse the cost of kit and the cost of administration to the elite member. Okay, so this actually goes the complete opposite way. Instead of giving you a discount on the kits, we're actually paying you for the kit up front. Okay, that is kind of mind-boggling in a way. What that means is that when the teledoc appointment happens, when the physician has the appointment, the patient is going to receive the kit, you actually get paid your first reimbursement right then. This is before a reimbursement comes in from Medicare. This is before the test is actually completed. You actually get paid a portion right away. The cost of the kit, so $25, which is the cost of kit, and $25, which is the cost of administration, is what we have to pay people, what CFN pays people to have them actually make the calls, do the follow-up, do all that stuff. Both of these actually get reimbursed to you before they're actually accounted for. That means an elite member gets this reimbursed to their account, which means they get paid $50 when this step occurs, before all of the process is complete. Now, if you're a pro user, it's still awesome for you because you don't have this cost anymore. If you're a pro user, you don't have this cost anymore. All of this still gets deducted in the back end. You still move on the faster payment cycle as well. So all the pro members get the faster payment cycle. They receive they don't have to spend the money on the kits and so on. But because we had elite members receiving a discount on their kits first, now they're instead receiving a reimbursement. And this alone, in my opinion at least, and I'm assuming Kevin's as well, this one change alone now suddenly changes the game dramatically. That means if you are an elite member and you refer 2 patients in a month who only get to this point, they don't necessarily go all the way through, they don't necessarily actually get the reimbursement on the test, but they actually just get to the point where they're approved for the test, where they meet the qualifications for the test, you immediately receive $50. And that means for 2 patients, you receive $100. That means your cost of elite is basically zero if you can refer 2 free patients to Carefree Now. Okay, completely mind-blowing. And we're only talking about CGX stuff right now, guys. This is only CGX. This is just the cancer stuff right now. Okay. Now, all of the other things still happen. You still get paid when they do PGX. You still get paid if they use any other service in CFN. But on top of that, you now get paid this upfront. Now, we went a little back and forth on this, but here is how the system works. The way the system works is that when you have referred somebody in UpGroup and they receive any kind of earning in their account, you receive a check match on it, right? What that means is that when this 25 and 25 payment happens, which is $50 payment, when this payment happens, if you referred somebody who makes this happen, you also receive a check match on it. So that means you're now actually receiving check match on users you refer to UpGroup who are referring free members to Carefree Now who have not actually even completed the test yet. They're purely earning a marketing fee upfront. So for us, this suddenly changes the game. Now we can actually say upfront, okay, all of you guys have to be elite, because now from a mathematical perspective, this makes a lot more sense. You actually get paid upfront. Now look, again, if you're a pro member, we don't want to push you to upgrade to elite. It's not like the end of the world or scenario or something like that, but this is a great deal for you as a pro member already. Your upfront cost is gone. Your payment schedule is faster than it was. Your work that you had to do in following up with patients is gone. You don't have to do that anymore either, okay? All of that is great. But if you also want the additional $50 up front, you also want to do all of the fancy stuff on that, that's where Elite makes a lot of sense. Okay, now there's a few other things that are going to happen in Elite that we're going to announce in the next week's webinar that will make Elite an even better option. Okay, we're not going to announce it today because we have a lot to cover right now. But this is the new flow that's going to work with CFN starting the following month. Okay, so starting May 1st, this is the flow that it's going to work on. Okay, not on the existing one. We're going to send out an announcement to all of the members in KFE now already. We're going to have them change, we're going to have them re-input their information to match this criteria instead. So you guys don't necessarily have to follow up with them. Of course, it's a good thing if you do follow up with them, but now they will be presented with a new system in KFE now itself as well. Okay, so Dean, just to clarify, that $50 that you receive as reimbursement is not actually deducted at the end. Let me explain how that works. So let's look at the commission from beginning to end. You get $350 on successful CGX test. Okay, that's what you receive as an UpGroup agent right now. Okay, and right now you had an upfront cost of $25 for the kit, and you had to do all the work yourself. Instead, what we have done is, if you're a pro member, okay, this $25 cost is no longer going to be a cost upfront to you. It's going to be deducted at the end of the cycle, okay? And the $25 administrative cost is going to be deducted at the end of the cycle. That means you will get to net $300 in the bank when all the process is done after the cost of the kit and administration is taken out. Okay, which again is great because you're not spending anything extra and you're getting paid sooner. But if you're an elite member, you will actually get reimbursed these costs before the end of the cycle. So what's going to happen for an elite member is that before the cycle ends, you're going to receive $25 for the kit back. You're going to receive the $25 for the administrative fee back. So even though that same deduction happens at the end, you're actually getting paid that upfront. You're still getting $350 on the test. You're getting this upfront. What that means is, if you referred a patient who actually got to the point where they received the kit, but for whatever reason, they didn't finish the process could not be completed on them. Maybe the Teladoc system said, you know what, after looking through your history, maybe this is not advisable for you. We're not going to do it right now. Or for whatever reason, Medicare says, no, we're not going to cover this particular person's test. You still get to keep that 50. And to me, that's actually kind of mind-blowing. Okay, that kind of changes things dramatically. So Irene, just to clarify what the admin fee is. So administrative fee is the new thing that we're doing going forward, starting May 1st. The reason why it's being done is that we don't want you to actually follow up with the patient. It's actually an intake specialist, a trained, certified person who actually goes through and follows up with the patient instead of you. And that's basically what CFN pays them. So we would much rather have it that way because it keeps everything very compliant, right? Now, you don't have to worry about any patient data. You don't have to worry about, am I following up with them the right way? Did I accidentally ask them or do something that may be a negative? This eliminates all of that. And again, it's not a cost to you up front. It just gets deducted from the end of the cycle. So let me know if this is clear. If this is clear to everybody, please say 6 in the chat. Perfect. And how long will this be in effect for? This is perpetual going forward. From May 1st, this is the new system. This is not a temporary promotion. This is a permanent change going forward from May 1st. Well,